The S show that is the Miami Heat continues to spiral and spiral and spiral.
And you are just so upset about it.
You hate to see it. Yeah, you hate to see it. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Miami Heat are suspending Jimmy Butler indefinitely. Sources tell ESPN. What happened? Well, Jimmy Butler was in practice, and he was informed that he will no longer be starting, and Hayward Highsmith, a name that sounds made up, will be starting in his place. To be fair, it does sound like, having watched the Portland Trailblazers beat the Miami Heat last week, it looked a lot like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo were point shaving with the way they played. I'm really hoping that this sparks the Jimmy Timberwolves redux. I want to see him grab like an equipment guy, maybe a massage therapist, a doctor, maybe an intern, and go out there and beat the starting lineup by himself.
I don't know that he's able to do that anymore.
Oh, I think he is.
You think he's still in prime Jimmy Butler, got it in his bag like that?
Not prime, but I think he could still give him that. Like, when Jimmy wants to turn it on, he can still do it. He's not cooked yet.
Right, and I'm not just disputing that. I think he has to pick and choose his spots, but also, don't you think that this Miami Heat starting five is a little bit better than that Timberwolves team?
No.
You don't?
Not really. I mean, you take a look at it, that Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, like, they're talented players. They just don't have it. Bam is a part of that starting lineup, and he's a little tuned out right now. As good as Harrow's been phenomenal, but it's the biggest dog in that room is still Jimmy.
Yes, not disputing that.
The Miami Heat have released a statement. Wow. From an organization that never talks to an organization that can't stop talking. The Miami Heat are, and Heat is in all caps, by the way. Miami is regular capitalization, but Heat, all caps. The Miami Heat are suspending Jimmy Butler without pay effective immediately for an indefinite period to last no fewer than 5 games.
Without pay.
To be fair, their handle on their Twitter account does also have Heat in all caps.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yes.
It's just,
they're the Miami
again,
Heat.
It's fun.
Well, it's Heat culture.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heat.
The suspension is due to a continued pattern of disregard of team rules, engaging in conduct detrimental to the team, and intentionally withholding services. This includes walking out of practice earlier today. I find all of this very funny, as you can all tell, as I am rolling around in this. This is like Winnie the Pooh finding a bucket of honey.
Heat culture.
Love to see it. All of this is you didn't have to be Nostradamus to see this coming. That what's good for you is good for me situation, the hypocrisy of it all.
Mm-hmm.
This was always what was going to happen. And pretending otherwise is hilarious. Tim Bontemps of ESPN, old Timmy Goodtimes, who I like, was notoriously railing against the Trailblazers for not just getting the deal done with the Heat, taking what you can get. On the latest Hoop Collective with Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst, he said the Heat are going to stand by and they're not going to just take some bad deal just because Jimmy wants to get it done. It's like, that's interesting. What's different about this situation that was any different from the Trailblazers? Oh, that's right. The Miami Heat are a prestige franchise on the East Coast that get treated differently because Pat Riley's the Godfather. Pretending that doesn't exist is foolish and stupid to begin with. But all of this is ultimately going to be funny when this leads to a scenario where Jimmy Butler's traded for pennies on the dollar. Because they're going to run into a situation. This is about the closest case we have to a unstoppable force meeting an immovable object when you're talking about the egos of Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think that this is going to stop with Jimmy Butler getting suspended, you are out of your bleeping mind. This man is not going to sit there and be like, you know what, Pat, you're right. I'm going to take this suspension on the chin for the next 5 games, and I'm going to forfeit another $2 million. What in Jimmy Butler's history makes you think that is going to be the case?
He's also the classic, like, as soon as it's over, I'm going to tear it down. I'm going to burn it down. And he has plenty of people that he can go to make sure that he gets his message out. I I wonder if it is a little different this time because he's not just upset with the players, he's more upset with the coaching staff and more upset with, frankly, the front office. But even if he gets to go where he wants to go, it seems like he wants to go to Golden State.
No, Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Phoenix is the city. Yeah, it is the team, yeah.
Are they going to win anything now? Because isn't that what he always wants to go to? Like, does that instantly turn Phoenix into a legit title contender?
No, but I think he wants to go get paid. And that is the thing, is that the Phoenix Suns have signaled that they are going to get paid. Or the Phoenix Suns will pay him.
And he's in the last year of his deal.
Yes,
so
he has a $52 million option that is out there. And that's the toxic thing, in that Jimmy Butler can look at this and go, I'm going to take the option and waste another year for the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And now they'll say, well, we'll just suspend you or this. The league is eventually going to step in. If you remember during the Damian Lillard trade saga, the league did actually step in for a moment. And we're like, hey, guys, we need you to knock this off and play like adults. And I think you're seeing the last of the bygone era of stars being able to demand trades at this level because of the way the new CBA is. And it's just a very, very interesting inflection point for where the league is and where the league will be in a couple of years. But mostly I'm just sitting back and pointing and laughing because it's fun.
And also, who really thinks that they're going to be able to beat Pat Riley?
Well, there is a belief that if anyone can, it's Jimmy.
If he digs his heels in long enough and he whines and cries long enough, he will win.
He has the ability to make it so very toxic.
I just like that he does it in a different way. Like James Harden's like, I'll just get fat. Butler's like, I'm going to make your life hell.
Which it's a good place to be.